Hey everyone! Welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where we bring you the latest updates, fun moments, and behind-the-scenes stories you won't want to miss. Most of the day revolves around Kamu and Yash trying to ensure Kamu's safety. Kamu knows he really needs to win the BB blockbuster to ensure he stays in the game. However, he's hoping that the house guests will vote to keep him. To do that, he must ensure that he gets Mallory and Melody's votes. They aren't sold with their new Mosh Pit alliance, but they have no plans to keep Kamu in the game. Read on to get all the details from Tuesday's daytime feeds. Sign up now to try the live feeds on Paramount+. Don't forget to sign up for the Big Brother live feeds right now so you don't miss anything else this season. Enjoy! Big Brother 28 live feed highlights. Tuesday, August 18, 2026. 8:27 a.m. BB. The house guests wake for the day. 9:45 a.m. BBT. Taylor and Haley have a discussion about not being able to trust the vets. Haley also talks about being okay if she leaves this week. She thinks Angela should stay over Kamu and her. Haley and Taylor mention how they know that Barrett is for sure working with Dee and Devins. They debate whether Drew is as well. Haley doesn't think Angela is working with the vets. 10:13 a.m. BBT. Kamu campaigns to Mallory. He talks about when he worked with the vets in the red corner. He thinks Devins has the most power among the vets. He pitches to keep him as a weapon against the vets. Kamu also tells Mallory that Dee has the other power. He tells her about his BB bribe. 10:20 a.m. BBT. Mallory and Kamu discuss their theory that Dee used her BB bribe to get Devins to save her with his diamond power of veto. 10:32 a.m. BBT. Dee talks about her friend Josh Martinez and his participation on La Casa de los Famosos. 10:35 a.m. BBT. Kamu suggests to Mallory they form a new 7-person alliance that includes Barrett, Mallory, Melody, Drew, Taylor, Yash, and himself. 10:42 a.m. BBT. Yash and Mallory start a game discussion. Yash tells Mallory how Dee tried to bribe him to nominate Melody and her. He also brings up her naming Haley and Drew as potential nominees. He wants to keep Kamu and Haley as weapons against the vets. Mallory pushes back against this idea, and instead talks about preferring if only one of them stays. 10:43 a.m. BB. Yash also tells Mallory that Dee brought up the conversation during Latrice's head of household about taking out the vets. He doesn't know who told her, but lists people that he thinks didn't tell her. This just leaves Barrett. Mallory doesn't think Barrett is working with the vets. They're just his friends. 11:16 p.m. BB. Yash and Mallory discuss points to keep Angela or vote her out. Yash sees her as a potential numbers for the vets. He knows this game is not just about comp wins. Mallory argues that Angela is not a competition threat, so less of a threat to them than Kamu or Haley. 12:15 p.m. BB. Devins and Haley discuss Chuck. He says he was never that close with him. They also discuss how Devins didn't agree with how Latrice treated Haley when she was on the block. 12:32 p.m. BBT. Melody and Mallory talk in the storage room about Mallory's conversation with Yash. She tells him her arguments to not keep Kamu. She says she thinks Yash is open to it. Melody and Mallory then go to the head of household room to talk with Yash. 12:43 p.m. BB. Yash also tells Melody about Dee's BB bribe. 1:01 p.m. BBT. Dee and Drew talk about the upcoming vote. They talk about trusting the Mosh Pit and the upcoming vote. 2:03 p.m. BBT. Taylor and Drew discuss the upcoming vote. Taylor tells Drew she's open to evicting anyone, but wants Angela to stay. They discuss Drew's closeness to Devins. He claims he isn't close to Devins. 2:29 p.m. BB. Devins searches for who took a bite out of his hot dog. They turn it into a guessing game where Devins must solve the mystery. 2:42 p.m. BB. To Mallory and Latrice have a game talk. Mallory says she's going to do what Yash wants with the vote. We had a more active Tuesday than previous weeks, but we haven't seen full momentum to flip the votes or to try to take out Angela. That may never happen. However, we have already seen Mallory take center stage this week as a key piece to take out Kamu or save him. This vote may lie on her shoulders. Just when it looked like the power structure of Big Brother 28 was finally shifting, Devins reminded everyone that the icons are not ready to give up control just yet. Spoilers ahead. Monday's veto meeting delivered the biggest move of the season so far when Devins finally unleashed his diamond power of veto. Rather than sit back and watch the newbies take another shot at the veteran players, Devins used the power to pull Dee off the block, and then named Kamu as the replacement nominee. That left Kamu, Angela and Haley facing the blockbuster in Thursday's eviction. It was exactly the kind of chaos the diamond power of veto was designed to create. Yash had one head of household and then decided not to use his own power of veto, seemingly leaving him in control of the week. Instead, Devons completely hijacked his HOH and turned the entire plan upside down. Strategically, it is difficult to argue that Devons did not make a huge move. Dee was in serious danger, and Devons had a chance to protect his closest ally, while simultaneously putting a major newbie threat in the line of fire. Kamu is a strong competitor, and an important piece of the group trying to weaken the veteran players. Getting him on the block could be a major victory for the Mosh Pit Alliance. But there is one major problem. Everyone now knows exactly how dangerous Devons is. The secret power was a massive weapon while nobody knew how or when it could be used. Now the entire house has seen Devons pull the trigger. He did not simply save Dee. He publicly demonstrated that he can completely rewrite someone else's HOH week whenever he wants. That could make Devons the biggest target in the house. There is also a larger question about whether the move was necessary. The veterans were already in danger, but Devons could have held on to the diamond power of veto and waited for an even more critical moment. Instead, he chose to make a splash in Week 6. That is the kind of move fans love, but it can be dangerous for a player trying to reach the end. The aftermath already shows how much damage the move caused. Yash and Taylor are scrambling to recover, while the newbies have to reconsider their plans after failing to take out one of the veterans. So was it too much? Maybe. But if Devons was going to use the diamond power of veto, this was certainly the moment to make it count. He saved his ally, changed the nominees and put a major threat in danger. Now he just has to survive the target he painted on himself. And that might be the hardest part of the move. We recognize that the latest Big Brother 28 eviction is not happening for a couple of days, but at the same time, do we already know some of what is happening? Well, the first thing we should go ahead and state here is quite simple. So long as Kamu is on the block, it is hard to imagine him going anywhere. There have been discussions through the day and at the same time, it has landed in roughly the same spot. Kamu does not know for sure that his game is sunk, but at the same time, he's a smart enough player to likely realize that if these players have a chance to take a shot at him, they would be foolish to not go ahead and do so. Where things honestly get a bit more interesting today comes with the conversations that Mallory and Melody have had, ones where the two have started to realize more and more that Barrett and Drew have likely been with the icons for a good stretch of time, especially since Dee has a tendency to get a lot of information that she then spreads around elsewhere. They have come to even more of a realization that they have to get some numbers elsewhere, and while it may still make sense to get rid of Kamu this week, it may not down the road. They have also clocked that the formation of the Mosh Pit Alliance was likely just to ensure that they could get some insulation over the next couple of weeks. What we are trying to say in totality here is just the fact that if you are assuming that a big steamroll is coming the rest of the game, you could end up being surprised. What do you want to see happen in the Big Brother 28 house over the next few days? Be sure to share right away in the attached comments. After you do just that, remember to also come back to get some other updates. Big Brother 28 star Chuck Inyenyu is still reeling from Kamu Kirk's betrayal. In the moment it was so hurtful because you can feel your guy is distancing himself from me and Haley. Inyenyu 27, exclusively told Page 6 after his eviction. And so in the moment it definitely hurt because it's like, man, what's going on? Are you starting to believe the other side? However, the supply chain analyst acknowledged that Kirk's move to abandon their alliance with Haley Thogmartin was good gameplay. I watched a minimum of this show. I feel like he's seen every season. He knows how to play the game, Inyenyu said about the 32-year-old MMA fighter. He knows how to pivot. That was something I struggled to do and did not want to do. Inyenyu admitted that he didn't want to form any alliances outside of the toolshed, which proved to be his undoing. That's a part of the game. And I couldn't do that, he said, adding of Kirk. But he's able to do that. And he's still someone who I see getting really far. Inyenyu also confirmed he has no ill will towards Latrice Verrett and Taylor Brown for bashing and evicting him. All the animosity towards your house guests, it just dissipates when you walk out, he explained. My feelings for Lala, I can't even fake I'm angry that she put me on the block. And then my feelings for Taylor, those are comments in the house, Inyenyu continued, referring to Brown telling him he smells and asking if he manscapes. Inyenyu added, you can't be mad. I don't hold grudges. And for me, it's truly like they dissipated to where I don't have any negative things to say. Additionally, Yu isn't upset that so many fans, and some of his loved ones, called his gameplay boring during the season. I was in there and my family and friends were like, "Chuck, who were you in there? That is not your personality," he said. But going into this game I did not want to be the bubbly, cheery guy that I usually am outside the house, Yu added. I just didn't want that niceness to be taken for granted. At this week's veto ceremony, Hoenn POV winner Yash left his nominations the same. But Devins played his diamond power of veto, taking his survivor ally D off the block and putting up KAMU. Seeing the icons turn on him and viewing himself as a free agent, KAMU is now attempting to turn the house against them after working with them for so long. Laying in the backyard with Melody, Drew, KAMU, Yash, Mallory asked them if they think Dee's power has expired since Devins used his to save her. "I don't think she can save herself," said Yash. "Not all the powers you can save yourself. Maybe other people but not yourself. They are different," said KAMU. "I knew they were close but I didn't know they were that close," said KAMU of Dee and Devins. "He could have used that and used it on himself. He gave that up for her." Melody wondered if he had to use it by a certain date. "Choosing to use it on someone else is a bold play," said Yash. Unknown to the others, Drew, Mallory and Melody are part of the Mosh Pit Alliance. When the others were all gone, Mallory, KAMU and Yash spoke privately. "Now we all know for a fact that she, Dee, has the other one power," said Yash. "How tight are you with the icons?" KAMU asked Mallory. "Not tight at all," said Mallory. "Really?" asked KAMU. "Really," said Mallory. "Would you gun after them?" asked KAMU. "I don't think I would necessarily target Angela, but I would put her up," said Mallory. "I just want to make sure we have a troop of people who would actually do it," said Yash. "I think most people are feeling that way," said Mallory. "That is why Devins using the power and putting you up was annoying. He must know too, but he probably knew you would take a shot at them," said Yash. This morning, Haley expressed her frustration with KAMU to Taylor. "I was pissed at KAMU yesterday. Literally anything I tell him anything, and I have been telling him everything since day one. He has burned me twice with that info. I have let everything else go, but he told Lala that he is on an island alone. Basically that is why we got put up, because she needed to hear from him that he is not working with us," she said. Haley said that KAMU admitted that is why she and Chuck got put on the block. "And now he wants to turn on the icons? He didn't use the veto on me because he wanted to protect Devins. I have told him for 2 weeks that something isn't right. He only wants to get Devins out because his ass is on the block," laughed Haley. "I am over it," said Haley. In the Ho room in the afternoon, KAMU continued his pitch with Mallory. He explained how he hasn't trusted Devins for quite some time. Back to the Haley Ho. "It was clear a secret was kept," said Mallory. "I had red flags," said KAMU, describing how Devins lied to him again, saying that he didn't want to reveal the vote flipped to him because he was close with Haley and Chuck. "He admitted that he lied?" asked Mallory. "He either thought that I knew or he intentionally lied to me. My red flags were really going off," said KAMU. "I have had red flags all the way back to the Rome thing. In my head, I would never work with that guy," said Mallory. They agreed that Rome trusted him and Devins stabbed him in the back. KAMU then asked Mallory to swear that she wouldn't tell anyone what he is going to tell her now. Mallory agreed. KAMU revealed that Dee has the Big Brother bribe and explained how it works. He also detailed how Dee tried to bribe Yash. KAMU told Mallory he has only spoken to Yash about all these things. "I am going after the vets," said KAMU. "We know that the Big Brother Season 28 finale is weeks and weeks away, however. That hasn't stopped predictions on who will win this exciting season. At the beginning of the season, there were 14 new contestants, as well as 3 icons who joined the game. Now we're in week 6 of the competition and 3 house guests have been sent packing. Kalshire has the latest odds, which are accurate as of the time of this posting. Scroll down to see the predicted Big Brother Season 28 winner 5. Barrett Pfeiffer. Odds of winning at the time of publication. 9% chance of winning BB284. Mallory Oricchio. Odds of winning at the time of publication. 11% chance of winning BB283. Drew Campbell. Odds of winning at the time of publication. 11% chance of winning BB282. Rick Devins. Odds of winning at the time of publication. 17% chance of winning BB28 Divas. Predicted winner of Big Brother Season 28. Odds of winning at the time of publication. 20% chance of winning BB28.